Hey YouTube! I'm here for part 2 of my Throughout the Years series, and part 2 is kindergarten. So I'm going to tell you everything I remember from kindergarten. So as I told you guys in the last one, I went to a French preschool because my mom wanted to put me in French immersion. She wanted me to learn French, but didn't want me to just throw me into French without having to practice. So I did French preschool, and I really enjoyed it. So my mom was like, yeah, definitely French immersion. But the French immersion school in my neighborhood didn't have kindergarten. It started at grade 1. So I had to go to an English school for kindergarten. And there was a school right across the street from my house. It's still there. And that's where I went for kindergarten. I loved kindergarten. There were so many kids who were like homesick and could only go like half the day. I loved it. I was like, peace out, mom. See you later. I don't get homesick at all. I loved kindergarten though. And I remember I was like, my birthday's in January, so I've always been like one of the oldest people in my class, if not the oldest. But I remember in kindergarten, it was like I was years older than everyone else. I'm pretty sure the first person in my class to lose a tooth. And I had lost like half of my teeth, and some kids are didn't even have all of their teeth, their baby teeth grown in yet. It was crazy. I remember I was like the first one to lose a tooth, and everyone was like, ah, you're so cool, I want to lose a tooth. And I was like, yeah, you do. And even the teachers were like, you're losing teeth, how many teeth have you lost? I'm surprised you lost so many. And I was like, I don't know. That's just how it goes. How old did I turn? I turned 6. Did I turn 6 in kindergarten? Yeah, I turned 6 in kindergarten. So, nothing, I don't think I went on any exciting trips. But yeah, I was the first one to lose a lot of my teeth. And I remember this one day, I had a really loose tooth, and it was gonna fall out at any second. And we were outside at recess, and all of my friends were like, wiggle the tooth, wiggle the tooth. And I was like, okay, because I thought it was really cool. Because I was like, you guys haven't even lost teeth yet, and I'm just losing them all over the place. So I would wiggle my tooth, and they're like, you should pull it out. And I was like, I don't want to pull it out. I'm not gonna pull out my own tooth. It's just gonna fall out. Anyway, and everyone was like, pull out your tooth's gonna fall out. It's so, because it was really wiggle, it was hanging there by a thread. But I was like, I don't want to pull it out. Anyway. And then we went inside after recess for snack time, and people were watching me being like, when's our tooth gonna fall out? When's our tooth gonna fall out? And I was like, guys, calm down. Anyway, so my mom had packed rice cakes, those just rice cakes, probably just one or half of one or a third of one, I don't know. Anyway, that's what she'd given me, packed for me for snack. So I was eating one and just eating my snack, just chilling like a villain, and I started chewing, and then I bit down on something, and I was like, that's really, really hard. So then I bleh, into my hand, and I was like, what is it? And there was a rice cake, so it was all white and all the same shape. Anyway, my tooth had fallen out, and it was mixed in with the half not really yet chewed rice cake, but they were all the same colors. I was like, I think there's a tooth in there. I don't know. That's the only real memory I have of actually losing a tooth while I was in kindergarten. I know I lost a lot of teeth in kindergarten though, but that's the only memory I actually have of losing one. And when I was in kindergarten, that was the year that they came out with the toonie, which is the $2 coin. Before that, there was always just the $1 coin. But that year they came out with the $2 coin, the toonie, which we still use. And that was the year the Tooth Fairy upgraded to toonies instead of loonies. So I was the first person in my class to get a toonie, because I'd lost a tooth and put it under my pillow, and the Tooth Fairy brought me a toonie. And I walk into class the next day. My parents were like, yeah, take the toonie with you, whatever. And I cherished it, so they knew I wouldn't let anything happen to it. I just walked in, had it in my hand, and I was like, look what I got. And everyone was like, what? Everyone was really jealous. I was like, yeah, you're jealous of me. That year, okay, the house I live in, this house, I've lived in this house my entire life. My mom had this house before she even met my dad. This has always been my house from the day I was born. And it's a pretty, it's not a huge house, but the upstairs has 4 bedrooms, or it had 4 bedrooms, that's the way it was built. And I guess after I was born, my parents decided they weren't gonna have any more kids. They were like, okay, 1 bedroom, the master bedroom was for my parents. I had a room. We had a spare room, and then they were like, we don't need 2 spare rooms. We never really have people stay over, so they were like, what are we gonna do with this 4th room? So then I guess they decided to make it into another family room type of thing. We call it the loft now, but just because it's to differentiate our living room, this is the living room. Our family room is downstairs where the fireplace is, and then the loft is upstairs. Anyway, so they were like, okay, we'll make it, that's where the TV will be, whatever. But then I guess they decided that it just needed to be opened up more. So the way our house is, the stairs to to go upstairs are here, and then the room that we were gonna convert was like right beside it, so there was just a wall between the stairs and the room. So I guess my parents decided to like knock out that wall, and now there's like a railing there, so you can like sit in the room. There's a couch right there, sit in the room and like look over the railing and see down the stairs, like down to the main floor. So that was like a big renovation we did in our house that year. But before they, like after they knocked out the wall, before they put the railing in, like it was really, and like that room was just like construction zone. But I remember like walking up the stairs and being like so scared that I would like go into that room, and my parents were like, thought I was gonna fall down the stairs. And I remember going upstairs was not a thing I enjoyed that year. I spent a lot of time. I literally went upstairs when I had to sleep because it was scary. I thought I was gonna die. Yeah, kindergarten was a pretty good year. Nothing really exciting happened. Yeah, kindergarten was a pretty chill year. I mean, I'm sure more exciting things happened. I don't remember. We didn't get any animals that year. Yeah, nothing really exciting happened in kindergarten. It's a pretty chill year. Or exciting things happened that I just don't remember. Yeah. That's all I got. So that is my throughout the years kindergarten. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.